Imagine a material that seems straight out of a science fiction movie, and the best part is, you can use it in your home. Known as the lightest solid material in the world, you'll be amazed by what it can do. So, stay with us until the end to discover all about this technological marvel. And now, the future. What is aerogel? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is aerogel? Imagine a common gel, the kind you already know. Now, imagine that all the liquid in this gel has been removed and replaced with air, but the gel's solid structure remains intact. The result is aerogel, a material with up to 99.8% air in its composition. This material is so light that a small cube of aerogel can rest on a flower without crushing it. Surprising, isn't it? Aerogel is usually made from silica, but it can also be composed of other materials like carbon, aluminum oxide, and even graphene. Its appearance is intriguing. It looks like a solid cloud or a piece of frozen smoke. Can you imagine something like that? The history of aerogel. Aerogel was invented in 1931 by the American chemist Samuel Stevens Kistler. The story of its invention is fascinating. Kistler was competing with his colleague, Charles Learned, to see who could replace the liquid in a gel with gas without the gel's structure collapsing. Kistler won the bet, creating the first aerogel using silica. Incredible to think that a friendly bet led to such a revolutionary discovery, right? However, it was only in recent decades that aerogel began to gain notoriety and be used in practical applications, thanks to advances in production techniques that made the material more accessible. Have you thought about how our lives would be today without these innovations? How is aerogel made? The manufacturing process of aerogel is complex and fascinating, involving several meticulous steps to ensure the preservation of its unique, porous structure. Let's explore each step of this process. Step 1. Sole preparation. The process begins with the preparation of the sole, a colloidal solution where small solid particles are suspended in a liquid. In the case of silica aerogel, the sole is usually prepared using sodium silicate, also known as liquid glass, and a gelling agent, such as hydrochloric acid or acetic acid. Can you imagine the level of precision needed to create this mixture? Step 2. Gel formation. Once the sole is prepared, the next step is to induce gelation, turning the sole into a solid gel. This is done through a chemical reaction that causes the formation of bonds between the silica particles, creating a three-dimensional network. During this process, the sole transforms into a wet, firm gel, containing a large amount of liquid within its porous structure. It's almost like magic, isn't it? Step 3. Gel aging. After the gel formation, it undergoes a period of aging. During this time, the gel continues to strengthen its internal bonds, becoming more robust and stable. This process can take several hours to days, depending on the specific reaction conditions and materials used. Imagine having to wait patiently while the material strengthens. Step 4. Gel washing. After aging, the gel needs to be washed to remove impurities and byproducts from the initial chemical reaction. This is done by submerging the gel in several solvent baths, such as alcohol or acetone. The goal is to ensure that the gel is clean and ready for the next critical step, supercritical drying. Have you thought about how many baths are needed to purify the material? Step 5. Supercritical drying. Supercritical drying is the most crucial and complex step in making aerogel. To prevent the porous structure of the gel from collapsing during liquid removal, the gel is placed in an environment where pressure and temperature are carefully controlled to reach supercritical conditions. In this state, the liquid inside the gel is transformed into a supercritical fluid, allowing it to be removed without causing structural collapse. The most common solvent used in this process is carbon dioxide. Can you imagine the level of control needed to achieve this precision? Step 6. Solvent extraction. During supercritical drying, the solvent inside the gel is gradually replaced by supercritical CO2. This process is done in an autoclave, where the gel is pressurized and heated until the CO2 reaches its supercritical point. Then, the CO2 is slowly released, leaving behind a dry, porous aerogel. It sounds like something out of a high-tech lab, doesn't it? Step 7. Post-drying treatment. After supercritical drying, the aerogel can undergo additional treatments to improve its properties. This may include surface coatings to increase dust resistance or hydrophobic treatments to repel water. These treatments vary depending on the specific application of the aerogel. Imagine how versatile this material can be with these additional treatments. Step 8. Cutting and shaping. Finally, the aerogel is cut and shaped into the desired forms and sizes for its specific applications. This can include thin sheets, blocks, or complex shapes for aerospace equipment or special insulation. Have you thought about how many different forms aerogel can take? Currently, Aspen Aerogels is considered one of the largest and most renowned aerogel producers in the world. The company, based in the United States, is a leader in the production of high-performance aerogels for industrial, commercial, and military applications. Aspen Aerogels is known for its constant innovation and the quality of its products, which are used in large-scale thermal insulation projects, such as oil refineries, petrochemical plants, and power facilities. Aerogel has an impressive range of applications due to its unique properties. Let's explore some of them in detail. Thermal insulation. Aerogel is one of the best-known thermal insulators. It is used in NASA spacesuits to protect astronauts from extreme temperatures. In construction projects, aerogel is used for thermal insulation in walls, roofs, and windows, helping maintain internal temperature and reducing energy costs. A single panel of aerogel in a wall can reduce heat loss by up to 90%. Have you thought about how much money you could save on energy bills? Acoustic insulation. In addition to being an excellent thermal insulator, aerogel is also highly efficient in acoustic insulation. It is used in recording studios, movie theaters, and other constructions where sound control is crucial. Imagine having a home theater with perfect sound thanks to aerogel. Aerospace equipment. Aerogel was used in NASA's Stardust mission to capture particles from the comet Wild 2. Its porous structure allows particles to be captured without being destroyed by the impact. Did you know that aerogel can support up to 2,000 times its own weight? Impressive, isn't it? Construction. Aerogel panels are used in buildings to improve energy efficiency. They are transparent and can be used in windows to allow light to pass through while blocking heat. Have you imagined having windows that block summer heat but let light in? Consumer products. Aerogel is used in extreme cold weather clothing, winter boots, and even thermal packaging, providing insulation and lightness. Recently, companies have started incorporating aerogel into products like backpacks and cases for electronic devices, where thermal and mechanical protection is important. Have you thought about having a backpack that keeps your gadgets safe and protected in any weather? Prices and accessibility. Due to its complex manufacturing process, aerogel is not a cheap material. The cost can vary greatly depending on the application and the quantity needed. For example, small pieces of aerogel used for scientific demonstrations can cost between $30 and $50. Large panels used in construction can cost thousands of dollars. However, growing demand and technological advances are making aerogel increasingly accessible. Companies are developing new production methods that promise to reduce costs and increase the availability of this revolutionary material. Do you think it's worth investing in something so innovative? So, what did you think of aerogel? Fascinating, isn't it? A material that seems so simple but has such a wide range of applications, from space to our everyday lives. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any content. Leave in the comments what else you'd like to see here. Until next time.